Piece chapter 1082. T-Bone is dead, Cross-Guild is making waves, and Buggy is an actual character now, and it's wonderful. Also, a fan favorite character is reintroduced into the story at the end of this chapter, so if you want to hear my thoughts on that, stay till the end. But now that I'm done shamelessly begging you for watch time, let's look at how Sengoku and Suru reacted to the death of Vice Admiral T-Bone at the hands of a civilian he should have been protecting. Sengoku and Suru are finally realizing the immense threat that the Cross Guild poses, Suru even stating that she may have starkly underestimated Cross Guild and the Genius Jester. It's amazing to see the actual consequences these marine bounties are having on the world of One Piece. It raises stakes, and the fact that a Vice Admiral of all ranks could be taken out by someone stabbing them in the back, and it's not a no-name. We've seen T-Bone. He was the swordsman from Enies Lobby and Water 7 who was standing in front of the train, I believe. The fact that it's a known character dying is really big. And while I never thought T-Bone would really come back into the story, it adds this weight to it that I think is really necessary, because Cross Guild is a Yonko organization, and up until this point, it really did just feel like Crocodile, Mihawk, and Buggy were screwing around. Also, Vice Admiral T-Bone died in the PP Kingdom. I know it's pronounced Pepe, but PP's funnier, and I'm gonna call it the PP Kingdom if it ever comes up again. Also, I'm jacked up on caffeine right now, so if I have a little more energy than usual, it's because it's late at night, I have to record this and get it out tomorrow, and I'm going ballistic. Woo! This next part is super important. So Sengoku suggests to Suru and Hina that they have to strike back at Cross Guild now, otherwise the morale of the Marines will plummet, and the faith in the Marines themselves will also be lost by the citizens, and they cannot have that. So he says, okay guys, we need Garp. Where is he? And Hina tells him that Kujaku and Garp both went with sword to free Kobe, and it has exactly the reaction you would expect from Sengoku and Suru. These two panels, by the way, have huge implications. Number one is that Garp and Kujaku are not members of Sword. Because Hina makes the distinction between the Sword members and Kujaku and Garp, I'm leaning towards the fact that they are not affiliated with Sword at all. Instead, it's just that Garp commands so much respect, anyone will listen to his orders. I mean, he is a Vice Admiral, but also, like, he's Garp the hero. And an even more mind-blowing implication than that, because, I mean, come on, we all saw that coming, is that, Garp is over Mihawk. Let me explain. So the way I view old people in One Piece is that they have to have a really good ability to judge power and threat level because they survived that long. And they got to a point where they are the powerhouses of the world. So when Sengoku decides to suggest that Garp could go fight Crocodile, Buggy, and Dracule Mihawk, the fact that he's suggesting Garp could go and take down Cross Guild and deal with the problem is just insane to me. We cut to Empty Bluffs Island, an island in the New World where the Cross Guild is making their base, and Buggy is rewarding the man who finished off Vice Admiral T-Bone all on his own. Yonko Buggy, God, that'll never get old to say, assures that he'll be taken care of the pirate way. But before we get to understand what that exactly means, well, I assume it just means they'll take him in as one of their own, a man comes running in screaming, Captain Buggy, our ship is finished, it's complete, it's ready to go. And the Cross Guild finally has a pirate ship. And of course, it wouldn't be a proper Cross Guild chapter without giving Mihawk and Crocodile an excuse to beat Buggy to a pulp. And this time, it's because the bow of the ship is designed to look like Buggy's beautiful face, because of course it is. Crocodile and Mihawk are disgusted by this, of course, and take Buggy to the conference room to chop off his head and beat him senseless. Although, as we all know, it's fine if he's just a head. He's Buggy D. Clown. While Buggy's head is just kind of spinning there from the ceiling, Crocodile and Mihawk discuss their next plan for action and the current state of Cross Guild. Crocodile states that the public opinion of Cross Guild is pretty good, and the Navy's finally taking them as a serious threat now that a Vice Admiral has been taken down. So they're finally starting to see the big picture threat that a team-up of Crocodile, Mihawk, and Buggy will pose. He also brings up that in order to keep their, quote, military state utopia afloat, they need immense power. Now, I know he didn't say it out loud, but I know what we're all thinking. He wants Pluton, and now he has even more resources available to him in order to acquire it. Not to mention the infamy of being on a Yonko crew. Now, who do we know that knows where Pluton is and would be really interested in a huge paycheck. Oh, that's right. Caribou, the swamp man himself. Huh. Very interesting, Oda. I wonder where this could all be leading. When Mihawk and Crocodile bring up wealth and power, though, this actually sets off Buggy into an actual character moment. Buggy actually has the nerve to angrily ask Mihawk and Crocodile if they even still consider themselves pirates, because they're not taking the search seriously. Red-haired is on the move, and Buggy was also on Roger's ship, and because he got sick, they both didn't go to Laugh Tale. Then he just straight up pleads to them. Guys, what was your dream when you were younger? Then explains that growing up next to Shanks, who was so full of potential, made him give up on his dreams. But then, on the day of Roger's execution, Shanks told Buggy he changed his mind and wouldn't set sail for Laugh Tale. See, this right here broke Buggy. He saw it as an affront to their captain and to his dream. Their captain, Roger, would have wanted them to go on and continue his legacy and be great pirates, and accomplish the dream that they shared with the crew and, due to unfortunate circumstances, couldn't follow through with. When Shanks invited Buggy to set sail with him, Buggy didn't decline for some stupid reason like a treasure map. Buggy was furious that Shanks could throw away the dream they all shared as a crew so easily, especially after unknowingly making Buggy give up on his dream. We cut back to the present, and Buggy passionately screams, "Shanks is on the move. By some miracle, I became a Yonko, and I want to be Pirate King too. And damn right you do, Buggy. Me too. Wealth, fame, power, all of it could be ours once we claim the pinnacle of treasure." Even as Mihawk and Crocodile try and talk him down, saying there's no way they're gonna fight this battle for him. They're not going up against the Yonko right now. Buggy relentlessly moves over to the Denden Mushi, dials it over to the entire island, and yells, "My crew! Why did you set out to sea? We are a Yonko crew. Let's finally take it. The One Piece." When I tell you, I am 110% behind Buggy and Shanks both arriving to Laugh Tale at the same time. Oh, this is gonna... Buggy's moving! Buggy is in the race! This is not a drill. This is not a joke. Buggy's in the race. And you know what? I betcha, if any of the Roger Pirates still had the Poneglyphs and you didn't have to leave them at Laugh Tale, Buggy has them. Buggy has all four. I'm calling it right now. If he doesn't, I will be stunned. Because how else is he going to get them? He's not going to get the one from Zoe. He's just not. Unless, actually, he would still know. But he's not going to chase up. The point is, shit's going down. Sabo, my boy, he's back. He's returned. At Kamabaka, we see he's back with a ton of residents from Lelucia. We also get a new deputy commander introduced for each of the 4 divisions of the Revolutionary Army. Roll call, please. In the west, Deputy Commander Moshiano under Morley. In the east, Deputy Commander Ahiru under Bello Betty. In the south, Deputy Commander Gambo under Lindbergh. And in the north, Deputy Commander Jiron under Karasu. Now, as I said, Sabo returns with a ship from Lelucia Kingdom with a ton of the survivors, including the girl from the Ace cover story. The army also gets some people from Lelucia interested in joining their cause after Bello Betty gives them a hard time, because I believe we've seen the Revolutionary Army operate in that when the commanders were introduced. Sabo also mentions to us that obviously he wasn't on the island when it got annihilated. And this has my head spinning because I just don't know how he had time to get everybody off the island. But hey, it's Oda. Go for it, buddy. On the last page, things escalate pretty drastically because Sabo convenes with Ivankov and Dragon to tell them everything that happened in Marijois. Dragon's gonna learn about Im. The world is gonna learn about Im. And chaos is coming to the One Piece world. You know what else I hope is coming? You hitting that subscribe button, that like button, and yelling at me in the comments. As always, I've been your host, Lettuce Eating Walrus. Have a wonderful rest of your day.